So now we're going to call Cardiff Administrative Courts and find out when the case is going to be listed. Oh, hello. It's Minister Emma Venn 010 here from Universal Law Community Trust. We have got a case, two cases that have been issued from Cardiff Administrative Courts. And I'd like to know when they're going to be listed for hearing, please.
Do you have a case number?
Yes, it's Charlie Oscar 1813 2021.
Was only issued on Friday.
It was.
Once it's been issued, you're the claimant, aren't you? You'll need to file a certificate of service.
I've already done that, and I've already emailed you back the certificate of service. We've served the documents on the defendants. However, there is a problem with one of the case files that's been sealed. I've sent many emails across. We actually filed this whole case in London on the 9th of May by hand. Now, the information then was sent across to Cardiff, and Cardiff came back to me then and said that the documents that bared the national insurance account number starting with WM was not valid in order for us to be able to use that account for a help with fees form. So then we went, it took us quite a long time, as probably the email chain will show you there at your end.
I wasn't in the office last week, but I was aware of an email chain between my two colleagues that were in and your company.
Yeah.
So it has to be a Cardiff because it's against a Welsh body.
Yeah, that's not really the issue. The problem now is that, well, the information that we gave you that we were told was not valid is now the document that's been sealed. And the document that obviously over the 14 days that all of this has been carrying on, the situation has changed where there was a court hearing for the two people on Monday last week, where they were told that they were released. Then the court and the prison service, we don't know who, determined that they were to be held anyway for COVID. And so we had to then reissue another application with the re-edited, with the help with court fees account number that has been used, which was the latest email that was sent actually from trust@universallawcommunitytrust.com email. And then when we got the documents issued from Cardiff at 5:30 on Friday afternoon, nearly 14 days later, one of the documents was the actual original document that we were told wasn't valid.
I think all you can do, but I'm here on my own today. I was out of the office last week working remotely. My other colleague is back in tomorrow who knows about this case. If you can put everything you've told me into an email, we need to investigate.
I have already, and I've also sent it up to.
Email it to me. There's nothing in the inbox at the moment. What time did you send it?
Well, I've been at it since the weekend. So I received, I'd gone into my spam box actually on Saturday for some reason. And so I then emailed you back. Apolito at Proton Mail, I'm looking at the email that they sent you across, that was 2 days ago. They copied me into that. That's Saturday the 22nd, and it was at 10:31. It was sent in the morning to you.
I've got no email for Saturday.
Yeah, the one it was just a reply back to the one that you've been sending. It also went to me, and I received it, and it also went to correspondence at Attorney General office as well. Yeah, that's where it went. Right, and there's also.
I'm not aware of anybody being in the office on Saturday.
I'm going to send it to you again now, and let's just make sure that you've got that. It's just a bit gone on a reply. So we've got Cardiff Administrative Court Office, Cardiff. It comes up Cardiff at Administrative Court Office .justice.gov.
Okay. There you go. Is that you? What do you come up at?
Right. Well, there's 3 emails that we've had to use because they've been bounced back. So
is that you?
It's Apolito is an email that I'm in at the moment, but also I've also emailed you from Trust at universallawcommunitytrust.com with the certificate of service, a recording. So I've recorded the OMU. We had to serve the documents by email to OMU. They've also been served by hand at the prison, and there's also an email showing you that the Chief of Police for Gwent has also been served, as well as Pam Kelly.
Now, have my colleagues had all that on Friday when the issue became?
No, because they couldn't have had it on Friday, could they? Because we didn't get the documents off you until 5:30 on Friday. So
in that case, forward everything. If you can sync it over the weekend.
Sorry.
One email there.
It's all no. There's 2 email addresses. The one that I've just sent you is the complaint about the fact that the documentation, so that's what you just said, you needed that to investigate. So that's one part of this now that's come from Apolito. If you have a look at Trust at universallawcommunitytrust.com, you've received yesterday.
When was that sent on the weekend? You see, there's nothing in this inbox on the weekend.
Yesterday.
All I'm saying is
they've also sent it to you this morning. I've sent you a certificate of service this morning. I'm looking at the. Yeah, I've got here Sunday at 4 minutes past 11, 13 hours ago. Is the whole email chain of all of the documents being served by email to Pam Kelly. So I'm going to send you this one over again. Well, that's what I've done, and I've also. The problem is obviously that I've just sent you one also this morning from that email address today. Yes, that's me. Minister of Event 010. So you've got it from the Universal Law Community Trust now as well. That's the whole email chain that had been sent.
Which email have you put on your claim form? Because
we've put trust.
You're using multiple emails when we can further down the line.
No, I've received it. I've received
one on record.
I've received the trust at Universal Law Community Trust on Friday at 27 minutes past 5. You sent me, or somebody did, the stamped or sealed claim form to say that it had been accepted.
That must have been one of my colleagues.
Yeah.
I finished at 4:30 on Friday. I know it's not me. I think one of my colleagues has still been working that week.
Okay, would you like me to send you back? So obviously,
anything that's been sent on the weekend, send through again from the very consultant now, because if you'll say they've been sent, we'll get them to double check.
Now, also, somebody should have been down to your to Cardiff court today to actually deliver this in person to you.
They won't be allowed to. They won't be allowed to the building because the building's closed due to COVID. There is a post box outside that the security guards may just have directed them to the post box and asked them to.
Well, has somebody gone to the post box to collect it? I mean, there's 2 people inside the prison there. I've got a recorded phone call with Officer Cox that I spoke to on Saturday morning inside Cardiff prison. I explained the severity of this because obviously we've just been obstructed every which way that we've done this. And then to have the documents that were declared invalid actually be the ones that were sealed, it means that obviously the actual service of the document should have been done over 14 days ago, because now it's valid, now it's got the seal on it, and it isn't actually the document that is appropriate at the moment, because it's not really Pam Kelly or the police that are keeping them there, or even anything that they were allegedly have been, being held for in the first place.
All going to have to go in an email, I'm afraid.
It is. If you read the, okay, that.
It's all listed in these 2 emails.
Right. According to protonmail.com, you've got the whole history of what's happened in the.
My colleague who here working
just received that one, so you've just confirmed that you've got the one from Proton.
last week. They were emailing me saying.
What about the people who are inside the prison at the moment? Under habeas corpus rules, normally. Well, that's the claim now that we've issued is on documents that are not correct. The document that you have stamped is a document that the office first declared was not valid. No, I want these people out of prison. That's what I really want. And I wanted them out of prison 14 days ago because they shouldn't have been put in there in the first place. Now, the administrative court has got an obligation, obviously.
Who did you contact 14 days ago? Did you send
London. We went to London. We did it by email. Yeah.
Apparently you can't go to London under the new rules if it's a Welsh prison or a Welsh police.
Yes, they told us that a few days later. So we then re-emailed you all of the documents. So the first time we filed these documents, you'll see it's got the 6th of May on there. That document was filed first by email and then by hand to a girl called Olivia in the Strand. They then contacted us and said, we need to email it across to yourselves because of these new this new policy, and then to have the actual information declared as invalid, and then 14 days later, actually that document that was declared invalid 14 days before is now being used and sealed, and the help with fees application form number that was holding all of this up is now not even on the face of the document. So we've actually issued a document that was declared invalid and then sealed it, and then...
Are you saying that your help with fees number is at the top of the page? I can't do anything without the files. If you email me, I'll have to pull all the
Well, all you have to do is open the email. All you have to do is open the email that I've just sent you from trust@universallawcommunitytrust.com, and you can see for yourself. Or you can even open the email that was sent to me at 5:30 on Friday. The MFN, if you look, the MFN is the username, and if you click details, it shows you the email address is trust@universallawcommunitytrust.com.
No, it's just a statement of truth that needs to have a star on it.
I've just sent it again to you now. So there's obviously, have you got another email address?
No, it has to come into the administrative
Right, okay, so what you're saying, do you realise what it is that you're saying? You're saying that we can't serve the documents at London, but it's London who's accepting the information and holding it and not sending it across to you. So I can't actually do what it is that you said, which is serving you there with the information, because it actually is going to London.
It appears to have been issued here. All you need to do is file your certificate of service.
Right, so the certificate of service, I've created a certificate of service. Do you require me to use a certificate of service that is one of your forms, or will the emails... Pardon?
It's a form N, capital N, 215.
But as I've already sent you over the email chain, then that should be valid as certified service.
No, it has to be signed. There's a statement of truth at the bottom of the certificate of service that says how exactly you serve. Have a look at the end.
I will have a look at it. But when I get to
get served, whether you did it by post, DX, email, however they were served, and the date you deem it served on, and then you sign a date button.
Right.
And then that has to come into us. It's an official document, an M215, so it has to be received.
In the same way that the document that has the help with fees application form should have been the one that was sealed, and the same process that should have happened 14 days ago. I mean, you know.
We don't send you a help with fees back. The help with fees is an administrative form.
Okay.
That we keep.
Yes, all of that, because if we hadn't have filled it in correctly, then we wouldn't have been able to have it processed. But what has happened here is that you have obstructed the process, and now you're saying to me it has to be official. Nothing has been official in any of this matter, because when it comes to being given back the document with the seal on it, the seal, if you have a look for 1191, has been placed on the claim form that has got no help. It's got no help with fees application on there at all.
Sorry, can I take that as second case number again?
It's CO 1813 and CO 1814.
1840. Why are you saying that sealed front page of the claim form isn't valid?
Because we sent that document to you, The email came back to say that you cannot lay a claim using the national insurance account number. Please get okay. That's okay. So we went along with that. Please give us the help with fees application number. So we did. That took a lot of emails and a lot of trials to do that. We then sent you over a new claim form with the help with fees application number on it. And you didn't stamp that one. You went back to the one that you said wasn't valid and stamped that one.
What you mean. They stamped the one with the national insurance number on it. It doesn't affect your claim form in any way.
Of course it does.
Sorry about that.
Hang on a second. The reason why it affects the claim is because the defendants, in the period of time that this palaver has gone on, the defendants now were somebody else. There were additional, if you have a look at the documentation that we finally...
Both of those claim forms, I don't have both in front of me. I only have my colleagues have only scanned the one they sent.
Okay, have a look then. They're both the same. They should have been both the same. The only difference...
Come in an email.
The problem is that you're not getting the emails. So I've sent you over the emails. No, you haven't. You haven't got the ones that I've sent across to you over the weekend.
I haven't got anything that you sent me over the weekend.
And so I've only sent you one at the moment. You've only got one email now from me this morning from Trust at Universal Law Community Trust. And then
resend those, and I'm going to call them immediately.
Thank you. Can I ask? I hate to take people's names because of what we comprehend. Pardon? Mrs. Moore.
Yes.
M-O-R-E.
Yeah.
Thank you very much for your help. Thank you.
No problem. Email it to me and
I'll send you. I'm more than happy to. It's all there in an email chain. All they have to do is look. Thank you.
Now that is complete evidence of the failure of the ability to perform any official, definition of administrative. They've highlighted there the complete fraud and inaptitude that they've got there, and it now had to be ministered by the Ministry of Remedy, explaining even how to open an email in order to validate the email address. This is why you require an effective solution, and you can find it at the Ministry of Remedy.